Trojans Live.
More Trojans Live. Between the breaks, we were playing Jason Derulo, who apparently is going to be in the house Saturday night. He's going to lead the band. So, big-time musical artist in the house. Jason Derulo will be leading the USC marching band. So, colliding the worlds there. Trojans Live, and the scouting report is brought to you by BMW. See your Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com. It is the scouting report, and we talked to JJ here, talk a little bit about Oregon State, but I want to do it sort of in the context of where we are at in the league, because Pac-12 play is finally fully upon us. Obviously, Notre Dame still looming at the very end, but Pac-12 otherwise from here on out. Good matchup this weekend for the Trojans to get back on track. It's so funny because we just talked ad nauseum about mobile quarterbacks and how they stopped Boston College and the read option, and then, of course, Oregon State comes to town. They're going to do none of that.
Right. And I think it's a good thing, right, because the quarterback running can be a major issue. But I think that, with Mannion, he's really good. Yep. And one thing that the Trojans can't underestimate, and I don't think they'll underestimate, is his ability to complete those short passes and dink and dunk. Although they throw the ball a lot, it's more of a ball control passing game, that they run. And if they start to get a rhythm, it can be tough to stop as well. So I think that the Trojans have a significant advantage. The defensive line against Oregon State's offensive line. They should have a field day. It's a good thing that Leonard Williams is healthy.
Yeah,
he should have a big day on Saturday.
Yeah, and the Trojans are, obviously, they're just worried about taking care of their own business this weekend, but there's a lot of other stuff going on, and it starts Thursday, and we'll get a better sense of where we're at. Maybe UCLA at Arizona State, that's the big Thursday night game, except maybe we don't get a better sense because we might be seeing Jerry Neuheisel against Berkovich. We could be seeing two backup quarterbacks instead of Kelly against Hundley, which was the duel everyone wanted to see. Where do you see those two teams, that the most likely contenders besides USC for the South, although we'll talk about the other ones too?
Well, Taylor Kelly is obviously out, so, Arizona State is going to be with their second-team guy. I think that game comes down to if Brett Hundley plays.
Right.
If Hundley plays, I think UCLA is in great shape. If he doesn't play, remember, UCLA has to go down to Arizona State and play at night. And
this was the game. We were there last year at this exact time and got to run right out of the building.
62 points later, yeah, exactly. So, it's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to play all the time, but especially at night. Crowd gets into it and all that kind of stuff. In Arizona State, this is a team that they are planning on winning the Pac-12 South. So they know what's at stake as well. So there's going to be high octane in that stadium. And I think that if Hundley is there, they'll be fine. But if Neuheisel's there, it's going to be an environment he's never seen before.
The general national consensus is that Oregon is the favorite in the Pac-12 overall. Then Washington State really hung with them, and Washington State's supposed to be near the bottom. What do you see going on up north?
Oregon is, you just don't know. I mean, it's when that offense is going, they can light it up really quick. When it's not, it's sort of similar to the Trojan offense, right? Last week. So I think that
quarterback's pretty good.
The quarterback is exceptionally good, and so it's a Mariota can run it and throw it, and the whole works. When they're going, it's really good. But the one thing is, if they're not effective, they put the defense on the field for a long time. They don't have the best defense in the conference, and so that sort of exposes them, which was why Washington State had some success.
The other two interesting teams in the South, to me, the USC travels to both of them. They travel to Arizona. They travel to Utah. Arizona scored 36 points in the fourth quarter to beat Cal. I mean, what a wild game that was. Ends on a Hail Mary. Utah goes into the Big House and hammers Michigan. This is not exactly a vintage Michigan team, but still a great program win for Utah. What do you see from those two? Are they your potential sleepers in the South? Which one do you like better?
Well, I like Arizona a little bit better. They run the ball. They're just a little bit more effective and efficient to me. But I do respect both teams when they play at home. Once again, the Trojans' problem is they have to go there to play with them, play against them. So Arizona is a tough place to play, as we've seen in the past. And Utah the same way. Utah's a different team at home than they are on the road. So those are two teams that, when they start talking about those upsets of the week, trust me, they'll be predicting those as upsets of the week because it's such a tough place to play.
Yeah, those are two tricky places to play, and USC has to go to both of them. But they're coming home this weekend where Fans Ralph's makes it easy for you to enjoy USC pregame without even firing up the grill. Just shop at Ralph's, spend $25 on participating products, and you are in. Get low prices and fast checkout at Ralph's, the official grocer of football. Going to be a big test for the USC secondary this weekend. We'll talk about it with Keith Hayward when we come back on Trojans Live.